When did games become political? And more importantly, what has become of the gaming community? The gaming community used to be a place of creativity, fun, and memes. We used to come home from a hard day of work or a hard day at school and just hop on a game with some friends just to relax and get away from it all. Or you might hop online to learn about the latest games in development. But nowadays in the gaming community, you have people outing themselves as blatant bigots because Ubisoft decided to make a black guy one of, not even the main character in a samurai video game. Or what about people arguing about man faces and ugly bodies of fictional characters in video games? It's all just become this almost dystopian place where it's just full of negativity. It's day and night from what it used to be. And we could partially blame that on the fact that, yes, most of the time we are getting a lot of lower quality games overall. But that doesn't change the fact of the type of people that a lot of gamers have become. Maybe this is just hyperbole and me just seeing how people act on the internet, but a lot of these guys just seem like weirdo lames and they act as if they represent the gaming community. I know me personally, I'm just a regular guy. I don't care about man faces and black guys in video games. That doesn't bother me because I understand that it's fiction. When I come home to get on the game, I don't see a fucking man face and just freak out, oh my god, the man face, oh my gosh, it's a black guy. I just sit my ass down, I play the game, and I escape. The gaming community didn't used to be like that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my experience here, right? I don't think that this was the majority back in the day. I don't think this was the representation of the gaming community. Most people weren't like this, complaining about bullshit, just basically bitching about everything. Now, back in the early 2000s, the most negativity you might get is when you hop on a game, someone might call you the N-word. You feel me? I'm not saying that's good, but people like that mainly represented, to me, the minority of gamers. Other than that one time when someone was being racist to me on a game, or some stupid kids were being racist or hateful in the video game, whenever I hopped on the game, it was always fun. It was always positive. Like, I mean, we had our rage moments, but for the most part, gaming was a very positive community to be a part of. I loved gaming. The community just seemed a lot more inviting to anyone and everyone. And nowadays, it's just, it sucks. It fucking sucks. So what has become of the gaming community? How did it become this cesspool of incels and basically just people who have no real world experience, just ignorant individuals? Well, we could partially blame what happened in 2020. Being inside a lot, from what I've seen, it has damaged the social skills of the most extroverted people. So I believe one of the main factors is probably being chronically online, which is a big thing in our generation. A lot of people, they can't get jobs, so they just sit around and be online all day. They get into these little mini communities, these little echo chambers where being an asshole, being a dick, it's acceptable. Being racist, being ignorant, basically being a bitch is acceptable. So when nobody is telling you that you're a bitch or that you're ignorant because they all believe in the same thing, you in your little echo chamber, the community only gets bigger, only adds more people into it. And when you get a critical mass of degenerates in any community, not just a gaming community, it tends to damage the community and make it seem almost as if that is the community. When people see things online and they see the worst parts of the community, that part of the community becomes the most famous, the most popular. Like with how people, like how a lot of these old folks, they talk about Gen Z, how we're so lazy and entitled and this, that, and the third. When they don't realize that us Gen Z people, we actually work a lot harder than they did back in the day to even make a living, because I'm not getting into that. We work a lot harder to even make a living because things aren't the way they were when they were kids. But you get these Gen Z celebrities, these really young rappers, celebrities, TikTokers that have this entitled attitude, this certain type of lingo, this snarkiness, and people from the other generations, they see that as the face of our generation when that's not what it is. It's the same thing with the gaming community. And even me knowing this about communities and how things work online, and when it comes to perception of things, even when I see bullshit like the Black Samurai shit or the ugly women shit trending in the gaming community, or people blaming some mysterious corporation for certain things in the game, still end up saying, damn, the gaming community fucking sucks. Even knowing that this could be potentially not be the actual representation of what the gaming community is. I mean, we could complain about it all day, but the question is the gaming community really cooked for real? Seriously? Is the gaming community really cooked? That's a loaded question. To be honest with you, I don't know. People are claiming that games aren't fun anymore, whilst I'm still hopping on the game, hopping on multiverses, hopping on my favorite games and loving it. Me and my homies, we hop on multiverses every other night. Soon as I get off work and I get done with my YouTube work and my workouts and my stretching, hop on the game, I unwind and I have fun every fucking time. Maybe people stop having fun with games because that's all they do. Maybe it's actually people who have nothing else to do for real. Because if you think about it, let's look at the average guy's life. He has bills to pay, so he goes to work. Maybe he might want to hang out with friends. He might even have a girlfriend. When he hops on the game, it's like a huge dopamine spike. He has a lot of fun. But people who hop on the game all the time, maybe they're the ones that are the loudest when it comes to saying that games aren't fun anymore. Because I love games. I love playing video games. On the weekends, I could play up to 3 hours of games. Obviously, on weekdays, I have less time because I have a job. I wake up at 5 a.m., then I go to the gym, then I go to work, then oh, I also forgot I have to meal prep my meals. Then I get off work, I meal prep some more, eat dinner, take a shower, spend a bit of time with my girlfriend, do some YouTube work. Then I play a game. That's an hour and a half maximum. Some days I don't even have time to play the game, but when I do, I have a lot of fun, probably because I have other things to do in my life. But I will say this, I don't think that the gaming community is entirely cooked. I think that there is potential to come back, and I think that new potential could possibly be these new great games that's coming out. You know what I mean? We got Marvel Rivals, we got that other new Marvel game that looks real. What's it called? Marvel 1943. We got Batman Arkham Shadow. I'm gonna be honest with you, Batman Arkham Shadow, I'm a little bit mad about it. They should have made that a console game. I don't care. But from what I'm hearing, they're making leaps and bounds. It's a good studio working on it. So I'm not going to completely write it off. Just VR isn't my thing. But I feel as if we have such a good selection of new games that's actually coming out that these people, they have no choice but to not be toxic about it. To not basically try to shit on anybody who likes a game. You feel me? So in conclusion, is the gaming community cooked? No, I don't think so. Even with all that bullshit, I don't think it's cooked. But maybe I'm just being a bit too hopeful. I think there's still a chance. If you like this video, if this video resonated with you, if you have similar thoughts, then consider subscribing.